Full time at the Stadium of Light, the Stadium of Darkness for Arsenal. They drew 2-2 against Sunderland, and I'm fuming. I'm absolutely angry. It's the first time we've not won a game since the last international break. So, first time we've dropped points since City. We went 10 games winning back to back. 9 games without conceding a goal. I can't be mad at the players. Craig Pawson, however, this guy is an absolute joke of a referee. I'm fed up of the PG on my well referees. I'm tired of it. Go Turkish League. Go referee in Turkey. Go referee in Saudi. Go referee in Holland. Wherever. We need foreign referees in. I am tired of the inconsistency these guys put in week out when it comes to officiating Arsenal matches. But while I do that, please hit the like button and subscribe. Look, it is our first game of drop points since the last international break, so there is a bit of perspective, as I've said. I can't be angry at the players. I can't be angry at Arteta even. I'm a bit disappointed with him, but we talk about the game. Sunderland away was always going to be a tricky one. The topic was always about Granit Xhaka and, he played 300 games for Arsenal. He's a legend. No, I'm sorry, but Granit Xhaka is not an Arsenal legend. He's not an Arsenal fan favourite. He had one good season out of 7 where we finished second. And that was it. He's not a legend like Ramsey. He's not a legend like Cazorla, how we appreciate him. No. At least Ramsey and Cazorla, they scored in big finals for Arsenal and helped us get top 4 consistently. So, and it wasn't even about him anyways. And it felt like the way everyone spoke about him, the guy was like, I'm not going to celebrate if I score. But then celebrated Ballard's first goal. We talk about Ballard. Great game for him, I can't lie. Former Hayland Academy graduate. He's had spells at Coventry, Millwall, Sunderland. I think he played for Blackpool as well. He's had a very good year, like where he helped them get promoted. Very good defender. He's accustomed to the Premier League very well. Does that on Mikel Merino. No penalty given. Then Zubimendi is adjudged to have fouled a Sunderland player. The goalkeeper takes the free kick. Ballard has a battle with Rice. The ball goes over their heads. A player who's in an offside position as they're battling for the ball does well to improvise, to tuck it in, play it back into Ballard. Ballard does well to beat past Rice and hammer it home. It's a very good finish. 1-0 down. Sunderland. They were physical. This was the most physical game I've seen Arsenal have to be in the receiving end of. Normally it's Arsenal that are the stronger, the dualistics. But credit to Sunderland, they were giving it their all, and it felt weird. It felt like it was back in 2008 when it was playing against Stoke. But the referees didn't help that. There was twice where there was a massive delay in the game and they gave 9 minutes of injury time. Fair enough. But you see Merino needing help after being elbowed. How do you not give that a penalty? I don't understand. There was not enough minutes checked on the VAR count, for the goal. And I was so stunned by that. I was really stunned by that. Arsenal grew into the game in the second half. The equaliser come through. Rice wins the ball back off of Lefay. Enzo, gets tackled. Rice. The ball comes to Eze. Eze picks up Merino. Merino plays in Saka. Takes a lovely touch. Thumps it with the right foot. 1-1. And then it was all Arsenal. All Arsenal. Trossard. Fantastic performance. His passes into the box. Sensational for Calafiori. The link-up play. Quality. Gets the ball. Speeds past the Sunderland player. Earns that bit of space. Then fires into the top corner. 2-1 up. I'm there thinking, you know what? We're going to see out the game like we've been through. And I thought Rice was tiring out. For some reason, he goes for goal when we need the ball most. We need to get back that momentum because we've gone a bit defensive. We dropped off a bit. Sunderland were looking to get an equaliser. They were bringing on all their players. Credit to Sunderland. They played to win today. I'm not even going to sit here and lie to you. I do think they deserve a bit of praise because they've been fantastic in the league this season. been the best team to adapt to the situation. They made a lot of new signings. Xhaka was good, but why? Like, the ball gets clipped in. I think Taibi's the one that's put the ball into the box. It's flicked on into Brobbey. Brobbey is holding on to Gabriel's shirt. Rises off his line. Brobbey improvises, does a scissor kick, a Zlatan kick over his head. The ball's in the back of the net. They celebrate. The full-time whistle blows after a couple of chances for Arsenal. Ballard makes a brilliant block against Marino. And then he blows the whistle 2-2. And it really hurts because I was content with our form going into this game. I was like, if we do draw, be calm. But it's the way we drew. It's the way we've conceded those 2 goals where you're looking at yourself and you're thinking, there was a bit of infringement, you know. But Ballard wasn't in an offside position battling for the header and he doesn't get the ball. Okay, I could sort of understand that, but he does batter somebody in the face. Come on. Intentional or not. And Marino played the full 90 minutes with that. Which, credit to him. He stunk out the gaff. Didn't play well. Made so many bad passes, mind you. But I would be too if I was knocked out cold like that. But can't be angry at the players. Mikel Arteta. He's done everything he could to give Arsenal the best benchmark after 11 games. We've got, 26 points? 23 points now? So, it is what it is. I'm gutted. Like, he couldn't play Gyökeres. He couldn't play Martinelli. Havertz, Jesus, Madueke, not returning on time. Odegaard out. Eze had to fill in. And he's been in and out of form. He had 2 shots where you're like, you've got to hit it to the corner a bit more accurately, Eze. As talented of a player he is, and I love watching him play. He's a blessing to represent Arsenal. Now, I've got my notes here. Right? I get about the game. Like, we had a couple of chances. But the game was delayed due to 2 head collisions. 9 minutes added on. Final second half. No delays in the game whatsoever. Nah. 7 minutes added on and then an extra few minutes. I feel sick. It's so inconsistent. Why can't they just add a drop-down clock? I do not know. I genuinely do not know. But, yeah. It was a fierce battle. It was a fiery battle from Sunderland. They are where they are because they are physical in the Premier League. Ballard, powerhouse of a centre-back. Mukiele, power, pace. Quality signing for them. He's come from Leipzig. He's played at Paris Saint-Germain as well. He's been a good player for them. You look at the Xhaka. He's adapted pretty well with his experience. But you see how he's getting so many plaudits? He's left Arsenal. He wouldn't be getting this many plaudits if he was at Arsenal because Zubimendi was running the show today. But yeah, the goal was a bit sloppy from Rice. I think that's his first error all game. He's letting Ballard run ahead of him to get the goal. Got to be careful. Raya, maybe he could do better given the fact that he's been sensational this season. But 1-0 down, you're there thinking, this might be the game with drop points. Second half, all guns blazing with having chance on chances. Eze's had a clear-cut chance over the bar. You're there like, what is going on? You know, it's just frustrating. Mukiele unlucky not to have scored. And then the second half happens and we're all over him. We were all over him. Saka fires one wide, being teed up. You know, Trossard, sensational, working, creating chances, passing, fantastic. Rice wins the ball, tees up Eze sees Marino, smart run from Saka. Finds Saka. Saka's first touch is sublime to beat past the defender. And the second touch is powerhouse through the net. His shot power, underrated by the way. But yeah, like 58 minutes in, we're getting another opportunity. Trossard tees up Zubimendi. Zubimendi can only poke it wide. Unlucky not to get an assist. And then the 62nd minute, Trossard. Again, the creative spark everywhere. Passing was quality as I'm looking through my notes. Someone come in the room, is giving me some food.
Looks lovely.
It looks nice. It looks nice. I'm hungry, but yeah. But like, Zubimendi then hits the bar. As a shot's blocked, Zubimendi hits the bar. Keeper makes a decent save. We had like, from the second half to the 67th minute up until we scored in the 73rd, we literally had 3 shots on target, 8 attempts on goal. Like, we were so good. And like, we were battling hard, Marino battling hard. Zubimendi everywhere making tackles. Saka was quiet. Then we scored. You know, Trossard, set up by Zubimendi, gets a lovely goal. But then we just sit back again. And it's like, I get that. The momentum's with us. The momentum was with us. We got although it's good to control games and we've done better than last season in terms of the draws we've received, it was just a sucker punch. And Mukiele fired a shot wide after. You know, Saliba gets a flicks on Mukiele's throw in after that. Keeper Raya makes a brilliant save. Brobbey can't react properly because Raya's there making another brilliant save to him. Then Brobbey gets a shot, another brilliant save for Raya. Raya made 3 brilliant saves in a split second. And you're there thinking, okay, we're going to see it out. You bring on Mosquera. I think that was one of the few changes we made. Arteta could have rotated. He could have brought on one area for some fresh legs. Dalman for some fresh legs. He saw that it was the international break after this game. That's why he didn't rotate. Otherwise, if we had a cup game, he probably would have brought on Dalman and all these players, despite how rough Sunderland were. I feel like that was the only sub I saw was Mosquera for Eze. Norgard could have come on for Rice. Rice was knackered. And then Tayibi crossed into the box, flicked onto Brobbey. Career mode goal. Great finish. But he's pulling on Gabriel's shirt. The game ends 2-2. Marino clear-cut chance. And I'm gutted. And I'm very, very gutted. But player ratings, I got to give Raya a 3. Shouldn't have come with his goal. But the saves were absolutely amazing. I think if we win and that goal doesn't go in, I give him a 9. That's how reactionary I feel. Like, Timber, solid, 7. Gabriel, 5. Saliba, 5. Maybe a bit of better marking for the first 2 goals. But it is what it is. Calafiori was everywhere. He was fouled several times. But the performance was a 6 for me. Zubimendi and Rice each get a 7. I thought Rice was at fault for the Ballard goal, fair enough. But the guy was everywhere again. Like, he won the ball back that led to the equaliser, you know. As a quiet, despite 2 opportunities at goal, is a sparkle. Great player, 6. Saka, brilliant finish. Was fouled so many times by Reinildo. Never got a yellow card. 7. Trossard, 8. One of his better games in an Arsenal shirt. He stood tall. You know, I thought he was my man of the match. Trossard, I thought he was absolutely quality. But then, Marino, 4. Okay, you know what? No. I find it 4 harsh because he got the assist for the goal. I have to give him a 6. No more. No less. He just doesn't help our attack. Doesn't pin the defenders enough. He's brilliant in the air. He's a great shot scorer. First time shots is quality, but doesn't cause havoc that Gyökeres and Havertz do. Doesn't make the defenders panic, you know. He sort of is a brilliant box crosser where he makes those late runs into the box and he just gets the goal. And he's brilliant in the air and he's a physical player and we like that. But they gave it to him today at Sunderland and I thought Ballard pocketed him pretty well. He made a brilliant block on him. So, yeah, 2-2. Bit of perspective needed. City do play Liverpool tomorrow, so there's guaranteed teams to be dropping points. We are 11 games into the season. There's a long way to go. We have won 8, drawn 2, lost 1. So it's a very good start to the season. I'd have loved it if we won. I'd have been a lot more grateful. But credit to the players. They worked their socks off. They were good in that second half. I can't be angry at them. I'm disappointed with Raya. That's true. Disappointed with Marino. But when you've got Gyökeres, Martinelli, Madueke, Havertz, Erdegaard, who's your captain, one of the best players of the past few years, out injured, it's very hard to maintain a winning run of form. It's very hard to do so. So, yeah, I'm gutted to draw, but it is what it is. Let me know what you think in the comments. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. We're nearly on 600. Sorry, 1,000 subscribers. Thank you, guys. In a bit, people. In a bit, I'm out.